What's up, folks? Welcome to the True Trading Group live stream. Happy game day. It's Super Bowl day, folks. Who do you got? Rams, Bengals. It's going to be a good one either way. My name is Michael Edward, former award-winning hedge fund trader, now the current head trader at True Trading Group. For those that don't know, TTG is the fastest growing, highest rated, premium online educational platform that is available to the retail trader today. We've got one simple goal: help you to learn, trade, and profit. Results matter at True Trading Group. Your results, your success, your P&L. We are not just empty words and broken promises. If you are new, make sure you like and share this video. More importantly, make sure you folks are subscribed to the channel, because 6 nights a week, Sunday through Friday, we go live right here with myself, other professional traders from True Trading Group, as well as some special guests. Drop golden nuggets and provide you with free lessons and education and information that's going to help you become better traders and investors immediately. Before I get things started here tonight, folks, I'd first like to thank our partners over at Benzinga. For those that don't know, Benzinga offers their own educational product and tools, yet they still fully endorse the TG platform for the massive added value that it provides for their members and their community. We continue to be grateful to Benzinga for the opportunity to educate their community and to offer the Benzinga Pro Newsfeed and Squawk feature, which is worth over $1,400 a year. We offer that to all of our TG members free as part of your TTG annual membership. I'd like to read you guys a quick little message that we've got here from Benzinga founder and CEO Jason Raznick up on the screen. To better serve our Benzinga community, we partnered up with the education team over at True Trading Group. If you're looking for great lessons in a fantastic community, we recommend checking them out. Sincerely, our friends Jason Raznick. So there you have it, folks. If you are here from Benzinga, yes, you most certainly are in the right place. Now, let me tell you how this live stream is going down here today. We're going to start things off with a 20-minute Q&A session. I'm bringing on my friend, Mr. Matt Kohrs, who's going to help me go through that Q&A with you all. You guys are going to be able to ask me questions, ask Matt questions, whatever's on your mind, whatever you need help with, we're here for you. Then I'll spend about 15 minutes. We're going to discuss the TTG membership, how you guys can become part of the TTG platform. We got discounts and incentives for all of those that are interested in joining. We're also going to be talking about one special stock market indicator, the Super Bowl indicator. What is the Super Bowl indicator? What does it mean? How does it work? Is it accurate? Is it something that we can rely on? We're going to talk about that and have some fun here today on this live stream with that Super Bowl indicator. And then we will be discussing the outlook for the rest of the week, how I plan on making money this week in the overall markets. We are coming off of a ridiculous 209% gain in SPY put options. We entered them on Wednesday. We took profits off Thursday. We took profits off Friday for 209%. We are still in a piece of that position. So I'll update you guys on that position. I'll update you on what I think the markets are going to do next week, and if and when I plan on adding back to get myself back to a full-size position in those puts. We're going to talk about it. We're going to break it all down. We're going to talk about how we're going to make some money. Then you guys can go all enjoy what should be one hell of a football game here tonight. We're going to have some fun, but then come back here Monday morning ready to rock and roll and kick some ass and take some names, because we're on a hot streak and we're going to keep that momentum going. And the Super Bowl may not make many of you money unless you guys hit one of those big Super Bowl pools, but what you're going to learn on these live streams certainly can and certainly will. All right, so let's get things started, folks. Let's not waste any more time. Start typing your questions in chat. Do not be shy. Do not be embarrassed. There's no such thing as a stupid question, folks. So go ahead right now. Start typing your questions in chat, and let's begin. All right. There's my boy.
Hey, what's going on?
What's up, man? Matt, how are you, bro? How was your weekend?
Good. I don't know if Adam sent you the thing I sent him last night, but I was the opposite of sober, and I'd like to think that I won the mechanical bull riding competition last night. So I'm feeling pretty good. Think I might have a new career. You know me. It's always no weekends off. I'm always studying the Bulls, always studying the Bears, and I'm ready for it. I'm ready for the Super Bowl. I'm excited to hear about the Super Bowl indicator. I was reading a little bit myself, but I also think just beyond that, we're about to have a wild week with all the Fed stuff, potential looming geopolitical issues below the 200. There's so much to get into. This upcoming week, there's going to be serious money made and serious money lost. So let's see if we all can get on the right side of it.
Yeah, there's a lot to break down. We've got a lot of catalysts this week. A lot of like bigger macro stuff. I'm excited for this week. We're coming off of just a big We're coming off of a big week, man. My THD fam and I, we nailed some put options. We entered them on Wednesday, and we're just ripping them off on Friday. And I'm still in some of them, but I'm going to be looking for a chance to reload and get back to some full size. And we're going to break it all down in this live stream. Who do you got, though, Matt? I need to know. Who do you got? I got the Rams. Who do you got?
So as we're going to get into the Super Bowl indicator, there's various reasons for stock market superstition to root for the Rams. But I don't really follow either of these teams, but I'm on the new TikTok trend of just the Joe Burrow ones, especially when they were making fun of like Mahomes and Mahomes' fiance, like that stuff. So that just like, it was so funny. And I just want more funny TikToks. So I kind of rooting, but like, so that's my reasoning. But for the stock market, I guess we should be rooting for the Rams. Hey, at least if you're playing it bullish. But I don't know. I have a crazy story actually from Friday. On the futures market, I actually bought a bearish contract against the SPY. And obviously went down, down, down. So I was in profit, but the volatility got so high, I still got margin called. I got margin called in profit because they just cranked it all
Wow.
up. It was insane. They're like, yeah, we have to close. And I was like, yeah, but I'm up thousands of dollars. They're like, yeah, no, like that's how volatile things got on Friday. So I was like, okay. And I'm not, I don't know, nine times out of 10, they always get you out at the worst position, but this one was actually pretty good. they kind of like came close to bottom taking it from me. So I'm like, yeah, not going to complain.
Wow. That's actually pretty crazy. That's a sign, bro. That's how you know when things are really, that's how you know when things are really heating up,
Yeah.
But listen, I love it. I love the volatility. I love everything that we've got.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of going on. And let's start things off here with this Super Bowl indicator.
Okay.
Right? This is like a topic of discussion that we've kind of been getting and learning more and more about. And I want to just kind of discuss this with all of our members that are on here and all of our viewers that may not be familiar with what the Super Bowl indicator even is.
Hang on, I'll pull it up on the screen.
Like the Miami Dolphins.
I know.
But before we do, I have a treat for everyone.
This is last night.
I am going to make this
I think they looked at me and they're like, this kid sucks. So they started it off really simply, and then I had to show them that I know what was meant for that.
Is that you, Matt?
Yeah. That was Amir in the early hours of the morning, probably 12 hours ago.
Probably 12 hours ago. You're doing good, man.
I'm telling you, I think I looked it up. The best bull rider of all time has made like $7 million. I think I might have a career pivot. Like I like the market.
How do you feel about being the greatest Tesla trader and the greatest bull rider? I feel like that's a lot of pressure for one person.
That is a lot of
I'll
pressure.
give up the Tesla title. I think I'm pivoting over to professional bull riding. They just had a competition in Madison Square Garden. Like this could be my life now. I don't know. Maybe we're getting ahead of ourselves, but we're going to need someone to donate a bull so I can practice.
I'll call Jerome Powell. I'll see what he can do.
Yeah, Jerome would be the guy.
So, Michael.
Adam.
There we go.
Yes. All right, folks. So what is this? What is this Super Bowl indicator that people are talking about? And yes, it's a real thing. It's a real thing. Let me explain what this is. It's we got a little infographic for those of you up on the screen here, but this is basically an indicator that there's a theory that the winner of the Super Bowl can predict the direction the stock market will go for that year. And, basically what the argument is that if the AFC team wins, that would foretell a decline in the stock market. Or if the NFC team wins, that would indicate a rise in the stock market. All right. So the AFC team would be the Bengals. The NFC team would be the Rams. All right. So this is what this indicator suggests. Okay. This is what this indicator suggests. And this is something that was discovered in 1978 by a guy named Leonard Kopett. Okay, he calls it the Super Bowl indicator. All right. So this was actually very, very insanely scary accurate for the first 27 Super Bowls. Okay. The first 27 Super Bowls, that's between 1967 and 1994. Whenever an AFC team won the Super Bowl, the stock market went down by an average of 2.1%. And whenever the NFC team won the Super Bowl, the stock market rose by an average of 12.3%. That's crazy, insanely accurate for the first 27 Super Bowls. But now, as time goes on, you get a lot more new data. Okay, so from 1967 to now 2021, now things are starting to change up a little bit. Okay, an NFC team winning has returned 10.8% on average. And that has been positive almost 80% of the time. So almost 80% of the time since an NFC team wins the Super Bowl, the markets go up about 80% of the time and on an average of 10.8%. That's pretty incredible. Okay, that is pretty incredible. So that means if you guys are investors in the stock market, you're rooting for the Rams. Okay, you're rooting for the Rams. Now, on the other side, if an AFC team has won, the markets have only returned an average of 7% and have gone up only 65% of the time. So starting to kind of balance out a little bit, but still a noticeable performance difference when an NFC team wins the Super Bowl. Right? Now, how does this work? Right? What can we as investors really rely on? How does this work? It doesn't. Okay, this is for fun. Okay, this is for fun. All right, this is supposed to be a light, a light kind of part of this live stream. It's something fun for people just to think about and to consider with this Super Bowl. The stock market has been positive 10 out of the last 11 years whenever an AFC team has won. And that's because we've been on a ridiculous bull market since the 08-09 crash. We've been on a crazy, crazy bull market really since then. And if you guys want to be technical about it, 2008, my G-men, my New York Football Giants won the Super Bowl in 2008. But what else happened in 2008? Because the Giants are an NFC football team, right? So according to the Super Bowl indicator, the market should have gone up in 2008 if that were the case. Well, for those of you that have been living under a rock for a little while, you know that in 2008, the market certainly did not go up. We had the global financial crisis, the global housing crisis, the global recession. The stock market actually between 08 and 09 went down about 55%. That's not just a 2% decline, folks. That's not just like a small little pullback. It's actually the worst stock market crash that many of you have ever seen in your lifetimes. There's really like 3 to 4 major stock market crashes in history, obviously being the Great Depression. There's the dot-com bubble bursting. There's the super high inflation and the recession in the 80s, where we actually had a double dip recession in the 80s. You had the dot-com bubble burst in the early 2000s, and then you had the 08 global financial crisis. And those are really your biggest, most historic stock market crashes. And then you had the COVID crash, where we only went down about 35%. But I still don't really even consider that a real crash, because it was a bear market that lasted for just a couple of months, and the markets were right back at all-time highs, thanks to Mr. Money Gun Powell himself. So, that was more of just an amazing opportunity to just, build your wealth, more so than that was like a sustained market crash and a sustained bear market like all of the other ones. The Great Depression, the 80s, the dot-com bubble, 08, those were real stock market crashes where we were in real bear markets for a prolonged period of time, and it took several years for the markets to get back to their all-time highs. And those are real bear markets, and those are real stock market crashes. So what does this all mean? It means nothing. It means this is all fun. It's all fun and games. There's a lot of people talking about it on social media, but I wanted to share this with you all. I think it's a fun topic to go over. I think it gives people an extra aspect to root on when it comes to the Super Bowl game later this evening. I think it's a lot of fun, and you guys can be for those of you with put options with me, we're rooting for the Bengals, I guess.
So,
if that's the case.
Mike, what happens if the Dolphins win?
if the Dolphins win, then everything stops, right? So the stock market as a whole is halted.
I mean, tonight, they win tonight.
Down if the Dolphins win the Super Bowl, because somehow they're going to have to have gotten into the Super Bowl and then have won. And then that just means that it's a zombie apocalypse outside and the stock market's going to halt on the way down and money's not going to be useful anymore.
Hell froze
We'll have
over.
to learn how to live in the woods.
When Adam told me that we were doing this, I looked up some more information on like weird correlations that people have found with this Super Bowl. So once again, just to reiterate what Mike is saying, does it really have correlation or causation here? No, but the correlation is still fun to just like root for. So I found a couple other facts. The median combined final score for each Super Bowl has been at least 46 points over the past 55 years. When the game's final combined score is at least that many points, the stock market returns almost 16% for the remainder of the year, going back for 29 years now. But if it goes lower than 46 points, the average return is half of that at 8%. So if you're also rooting on like the over under, you're looking for higher than 46 points. And then there's other just like weird ones of like the returning team, the better team, blah, 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 like how it starts to like branch out. But people have really gotten into it to try to find like the correlations. I even saw people try to do correlations with the recent like colors of Gatorade and then how that is trying to pan out.
Oh, yeah.
Like they're just
the
putting
Gatorade
so
color. Yeah. You can bet on the Gatorade color too. There's like all those different prop bets. You can bet on the color of the Gatorade of the winning team.
Mike, who's your favorite football player?
Like of all time or just right now?
No, just of all time.
Of all time, my favorite football player is probably Lawrence Taylor.
And Matt?
Oh, I'm not of all time. I just started getting into football in college. I feel like I'm not going to have an educated answer about this. I feel like it feels really bandwagoning to say like Tom Brady now that he's retiring, but like, isn't he technically literally the best quarterback ever?
Literally, he is the greatest quarterback.
Yeah. So I mean, you gotta give him some, but like it feels like I'm just bandwagoning. I don't know. Rudy. I'm going with Rudy. He's my favorite.
That's good. Mike, you want to ask me?
Adam, who's your favorite football player?
Ray Finkel.
Was our Einhorn or Finkel?
Finkel. Finkel.
Good one.
Wait, can I switch mine to what's his name? Ryan Leaf. Wasn't he like the highest draft ever? Like huge expectations, and he was like one of the biggest bust drafts like known to man.
One of the biggest busts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I really like the picture. As soon as Johnny Manziel got drafted and people were like talking shit, he had like a stack of cash and he's like, "What? I can't hear you." I really just like his antics. What was
somebody in chat goes?
Can I change my favorite football player?
Yeah, but hang on. Somebody in chat goes, "This is stupid." We know.
We know this is stupid.
We know.
We're literally poking fun at
this.
We're
poking fun at it. You're stupid.
My favorite football player is Bobby Boucher.
Bobby Boucher. Oh, sucks. What was that Johnny Manziel quote like when he was getting in a lot of trouble with the Browns? He's like, "I want to make this explicitly clear. I don't have a problem with drinking. They have a problem with me drinking." That's completely different.
Two different things.
I relate to that.
All right, folks. So there you have it. There's your Super Bowl indicator. That's what it is. For those of you that might have been hearing about it over the weekend, and there's, some people having fun with it on social media, but we're having some fun with it here now as well. But folks, in all seriousness,
just read the bottom. Yes, it's real. Real does not equal right. Do not use this. It's for fun.
Yeah.
Nothing more needs to be said. Right?
Yeah.
Huh?
All right, folks. So let's see. Maybe we can start taking some people's questions.
Guys, go ahead and actually ask your questions in chat for Matt and Mike, and I'll put them up on the screen. Let's get some stuff going because the stock market is still going to open tomorrow, whether or not the Super Bowl is tonight, regardless of who wins. And if I'm not mistaken, Friday was a pretty strong downside close, right, Mike?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
No worries.
So a lot of stuff to talk about here to get ready for tomorrow. So here we go. First one is from Ryan R. Says, I am dealing with mental expectations of expecting to lose, as I did before I got my TTG education. Do you guys have any words of advice or encouragement to help overcome this mentally?
I gotta make this a little bit bigger. Sorry, Adam. My screen was a little bit too small for me. Okay. As I did before I got my TTG, do you guys have any words of advice or encouragement to help overcome this mentality?
Can you not hear me?
Yes, I can. But I was trying to read at the same time that you were talking, and the text was too small for me, so I just had to make it bigger so I can finish reading. So yeah, listen. I think what you have to separate, and this is something I talk a lot about with members of True Training Group when they've lost money in the past, and then they come to True Training Group and they go through a real proper education. What I will say to you is, we have to change your mindset and change your perspective, because just because you are buying and selling stocks or options does not mean that you've been trading this entire time. Just like there's different forms of gambling. If you right now were to go and take a prop bet on, FanDuel or DraftKings or, an MGM site or something like that, or you do like a Super Bowl box with some of your friends, that's gambling. If you bet on the Rams to win the Super Bowl, that's gambling. If you go to the casino and you play craps, you play blackjack, you play the slot machines, you're gambling. If you're buying and selling stocks and options without having any education or training whatsoever, that is just a different form of gambling. And you need to make the distinction and the difference between you gambling in the past because you had no idea what you were doing, and now you are beginning your trading career because you are actually understanding what is going on, why stocks move the way that they do, and how you can take advantage and profit from those opportunities. There is a huge, huge difference between those two things. So when people join True Trading Group and they're like, hey, I've been doing this thing in the market for the last 1 or 2 years. I've been losing a bunch of money. Well, I'm like, okay, well, did you have any training, any education? They're like, oh, no, I just I'm part of this Discord group. Or, oh, I just read on Reddit. I'm like, okay, great. So you have no education, no training at all whatsoever, but you're buying and selling stuff. Even though you might have been buying and selling stocks and options for 2 years, if you joined the True Trading Group a week ago, your trading career started a week ago. You were gambling 2 years prior. And you need to make that separation, because if I had said to you, or if you went to the casino and you lost a ton of money playing blackjack, and then you went and you bet $1,000 on the Rams to win the Super Bowl, you're not going to combine those two things and say, okay, I'm betting $1,000 on the Rams, but I'm so nervous because I always lose playing blackjack. They're two completely different things, right? So you need to make that distinction with, you've been gambling this entire time and now you're actually trading, because trading is not gambling. Trading is a skill. And as soon as you guys get the proper education and you learn how professional traders year after year are able to make millions of dollars trading in the market, that's when you start to realize and understand that trading is not gambling. It's not about trying to predict the future. It's about identifying high probability setups and understanding how to, good risk reward, solid risk management, understanding how to capitalize on those opportunities. So you've got to make that distinction.
All right, very good. Next question. I'm going to go ahead and ask it. There's been so much talk about this emergency Fed meeting on Monday. So much talk about it. And I've heard a bunch of mixed things. I've heard, hey, this is normal. It happens quite regularly. And no, this is an emergency meeting. There's something going on, and this could seriously affect things. So, and then just for those that don't know what I'm talking about, I will put it on the screen. But yeah, right here. So closed board meeting on February 14th, 2022. Government here is anticipated to close meeting 11:30 a.m. Monday, February 14th. Can you guys talk to this? How could this potentially affect markets? What is this? Is this as big a deal as people are making it out to be on social media? and what is this all about?
Okay, well, I'll kind of go first, Matt, if you don't mind. So this is not unheard of. The Fed has done this. The Fed does do this. It's only as big of a deal as people are making it on social media. If the Fed does something drastic, they don't, just because they're meeting does not mean that they have to do something drastic. Okay, in March, you have your scheduled Fed meeting where they're supposed to be they will announce their first rate hike. Okay, the first rate hike will be coming in March. Now, when word kind of started to spread about this closed meeting, all right, a lot of people are like, "Oh no, this is normal. This happens." Other people are like, "Oh no, this is an emergency." And something very important happened on Friday that leads me to believe that this is not as important as a lot of people are making it out to be. And allow me to explain. On Friday at 3 p.m., the Fed published a revised schedule for their asset purchase program. All right. Now, the asset purchase program, for those that don't know, the Fed, since COVID, in order to shield financial markets from the COVID crisis, they have been buying $120 billion worth of different treasuries, bonds, and mortgage-backed securities since the COVID crash started. Every month, $120 billion worth, like clockwork. Now, in the fall of last year, the Fed announced that they were or towards the end of last year, Q4, they announced that they were going to taper those asset purchases to eventually get down to zero. So instead of buying 120 billion, okay, they would then start buying, 105 billion, and then 90, and they would start buying less and less and less every single month. Well, they came out on Friday and announced that in between February 14th and March 14th, that they are going to buy another $20 billion worth of securities or mortgage-backed securities and treasuries. Now, the reason why that, in my opinion, is important, because everybody's thinking that this closed board meeting on Monday, the Fed may raise rates early. Now, the Fed in the past, they have done rate changes in the middle of meetings if it was an emergency, like in 2008 when they started cutting rates down to zero during the crash. They have raised rates in between meetings before and done like emergency rate cuts or hikes, whatever. They have done that before. But I don't think they're going to do that while they're still buying securities. Now, if the Fed came out on Friday and was like, we're done right now, we're done. Like literally as of 4 p.m. Eastern, we're not buying another single security. Then I would feel a little bit differently about this meeting. But I find it very hard to believe that the Fed would knowingly continue to buy assets while they're raising rates. I think they've got to stop buying first. And it's not a coincidence that the schedule is supposed to end on March 14th because the Fed meeting is March 16th. So they would be done the 14th and then they would raise rates on the 16th. And that, I think, is probably the most likely scenario that we see happen. But you also do have some PPI data coming out next week as well. And that's producer price index. So I'll give you some more inflation data. Then we got CPI data, which was last week, and now we'll have PPI data coming up this week. So that's kind of my thoughts on this meeting. But I'm not, Matt's much more in tune to the social media world and kind of what's going on there. So I'll let him talk to it too if he wants.
Yeah, so I actually didn't read that thing on Friday. I think that's interesting, and I need to dive into that myself. But I was just kind of looking at the history of these quote unquote emergency meetings. Like, I think the name once again has like kind of an odd, like a larger negative connotation than it should. I would be super, super surprised with what you were saying if they're still injecting liquidity to do a rate hike. Like, if that's going to be decided on Monday, I would be thoroughly surprised. If that does happen, folks, the market's going to keep selling off. That would be a very hawkish development. Markets will go down, but the odds of this scenario playing out, I believe, are pretty low. If anything, I think it's them coming up with a game plan of how to hit 1% by June, July. I think they're like, okay, how do we want to do this? Are we going to do like a 0.5, a 0.25? Like, I think they're trying to look at the meetings and the months and June, July-ish, like how can we get to roughly that 1% number? So I think it's more of a game plan thing. And I mean, we already know like the tapering, like right there, that's a newer thing with the 20 billion, but that should still be ending in March. I don't think they're going to keep injecting liquidity past that. So all those things are important. And I think we're just getting more of an idea. But once again, I don't think they will be raising interest rates. If they do, like look to the downside in all major like indices. There are those other things. It's going to be a really, really strange, volatile, hopefully profitable week. So on Monday, you have that Fed meeting, 11:30. Is there already scheduled conference? Do you know, Mike, for like that, like a 2 p.m. thing, 3 p.m. thing? I didn't see anything.
I don't know. I don't think there's a schedule because that closed board meeting, there's not like a necessary, as far as I know, I could be mistaken, but there's not like a time limit on this. So, you know, we don't really know. Like the regularly scheduled Fed meetings are different because they last 2 days. So like every time you get a scheduled Fed meeting, it's on a Wednesday, always. But they meet on Tuesday, then they meet again Wednesday morning, and then they give you their announcement at 2 o'clock, and then 2:30 is always the press conference. There's not that schedule with these kind of closed board meetings, at least to my knowledge. Now, these don't happen as often as the scheduled meetings. So, you know, and just kind of touching upon what Matt was talking about too is, I think I'm in agreement. The Fed is trying to walk the line of how do we increase the speed of our rate hikes without freaking out the market. The one thing I will say about Jerome Powell is he has not given the market a surprise at all during this entire process. Ever since the COVID crash, Jerome Powell has forecasted, foreshadowed, has hinted towards, you know, towards every move the Fed was going to make. So like Jerome Powell does not want to be the Fed that shocks the market. He wants to literally tell the market, this is what we are going to do. So the markets could adjust, price it in. So when the announcement is made, it's not such a severe reaction. The longer time that you give, okay, the markets to digest something, the more orderly the markets will trade. But if you come out and you shock the hell out of the stock market, that's when you get just massive algorithm liquid where algorithms jump on top of each other. When, like in a normal trading day, you're going to have algorithms buying and algorithms selling, always. But when you shock the hell out of the system, you get too many of those algorithms on the same side. And that's when you start to get limit down action like you saw during COVID. And Jerome Powell and the Fed want to avoid that scenario at all costs. So I think that you're going to get, I would not be surprised if this week you get a lot of other voting Fed members come out and give public statements. You saw Bullard give the public statements last week. That really spooked the markets when Bullard gave his statements about being more hawkish. I think you're going to see a lot more Fed members this week come out with statements to either support what he's saying or completely deny it, because Jerome Powell does not want to surprise anybody in March. He wants the markets to know what he's going to do and then take the next month to price that in, so it's a much more orderly market.
So Bullard, just so everyone knows, he's like the Fed guy from St. Louis, and his commentary was exactly that. Like he was coming out, he was like, I'd be surprised if it like wasn't 1%. Like you can tell that they're setting it up so they have time, because like if everyone is all of a sudden hearing this 1% figure by June, July, well, okay, by June, July, if everyone already thinks that, that's what they're going to refer to as being priced in. And I actually think maybe the White House had something that someone already said something this morning that rate hikes are already like priced in. Like they're already trying to get that rhetoric going. So everyone pay attention to that. And like even in the talks, they're always like priced in. Like that's what they're attempting to do here. But on top of it, just so everyone knows, that's all Monday. We don't know when we're going to be getting an update. If we're going to be getting an update, we will. It's just a question of when. But then on Tuesday, we get the PPI, Producer Price Index. That's a very popular gauge for the Fed to use. The recent one on Thursday was the consumer price index, basically how costly it is for you to buy things. The expectation was up 0.4%, but it went up by 0.6. And then the producer one, that's more on like the material side, that comes out Tuesday. And then on Wednesday, we get the meeting minutes from like the previous one. Usually no one cares about those, but now we do, because in January, they kind of surprised us about this balance sheet normalization. And then we're also getting jobless claims on Thursday. And then like the icing on all of this volatility cake is what's going on with Russia and Ukraine. And from what I saw, I don't think the phone call went well yesterday between Biden and Putin. And but then I'm reading other things that they're like, actually, this is just like a media driven thing that's trying to get like whatever clicks and I don't want to say fear monger, but obviously there's an emotional aspect to get people to pay attention. So some people are saying, well, this is getting like overstated in terms of like the negative nature, and whatever is true or not, it's just like this adds to all market volatility. So from a macroeconomic standpoint, yes, there's some individual companies. I believe Walmart's reporting this upcoming week. There are some, but we're kind of getting to the tail end of earnings season. This is a macro pusher between the Fed, geopolitical situations, and just like reports from how the economy is or isn't doing.
Yeah. You really have to pay attention to the rhetoric. Like you bring up a really good point about how the rhetoric is you're getting a lot of people trying to say, oh, it's priced in, it's priced in, it's priced in, it's priced in. I don't believe the market is priced in a 50 basis point hike and a 1% interest rate by June, July. I don't think that's priced in. I don't. I think the markets would have to go down a little bit more in order for that to really be priced in. And what I think is actually possible is that if that rhetoric gets pushed so hard over the next couple of weeks, I think the markets will move a little bit lower. And then obviously you have this outlier with Russia, like this variable that like could make things worse, where the markets trade lower. But if you actually get enough rhetoric of 50 basis points is expected, and the Fed comes out and only does 25 in March, you can actually get an upside surprise. That's how crazy this market is. You could actually have the markets trading. The SPY could be down around 420 on March 16th. And because everyone's priced in 50 basis points, and Jerome Powell can go 25 basis point hike. And the markets would actually move higher.
Yeah.
And that could be what's happening. Selling Bullard out like that, like painting the picture of doom.
Mm-hmm.
And then now all of a sudden the White House is talking about 50 basis points. Like, well, this is all being priced in. And then Jerome Powell comes out and goes 25. You want to talk about settling the market? That's one way to do it.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm just saying, listen, I'm not putting anything, everything is in play right now. This is such a unique situation in the markets. This is why I keep telling everybody this is the greatest time to be involved in the markets, because the volatility and the opportunities that all of this stuff is, that everything that's lining up for us right now with inflation and the Fed and Russia and oil's over 90. I mean, this is just like, this is such a great time to be a trader with the volatility that we're getting. And all of these things are on the table. All of these possibilities are on the table. This is why it's important for you guys to really make sure that you're up to date with the macro view.
I really want to, so I believe this was first reported, the whole like conflict escalating on Friday. I think it was PBS. I would pay any amount of money to know if they made any form of a energy or oil trade right before doing that, because oil went from like 92 to 94, like just like that. Like I want to know so bad what happened if they were in USO or Gush or what is it, like XLE or whatever it is, like any of that. I would pay so much money because people made serious money. But on more of a serious note for everyone, if you're listening to all this and you're like, hang on, like I know I need to learn this, but like maybe you're just missing it a little bit. An easy gauge, not the best one. The SPY, particularly that yellow line that Mike has up. A rough rule of thumb is if we're going to be below it, be a little bit bearish. If we're above it, you could be a little bit more bullish. It's really, really rough gauge. But like, if you're just feeling like maybe not all of what we're talking about sticking, because we're talking about so many things and the like kind of how it's all together, watch that yellow line. And that's at least going to be a good starting point for you.
Yeah.
What else?
All right. Hawkeye, pleasure to have you with us after what you've done for New York and the Battle of New York with the Chitauri. At Matt Kohrs, this Fed meeting, could it cause the AMC squeeze to begin? But please, just
please.
go
Just
ahead.
please. Can this Fed meeting cause the AMC squeeze to begin? When it comes to anything in the market, like it's never 100 or 0%. But I think this, if you're referring to the emergency one on Monday, I think the odds of it would be excessively low because I don't see a positive thing coming out of this meeting. It'll be either be neutral or it's going to be negative. Like I don't see them having a surprise meeting that's somehow a super bullish result. And if we're not getting a bullish result, you would need a bullish result for people to go from risk off back to risk on. So just the nature of what this meeting is, I think it has like the connotations of being bearish.
You are so polished, it's ridiculous.
It's just what I
like. How impressive was that answer?
He's great.
It's just what I like. I mean,
No,
it's an emergency.
You gotta give credit where credit is due. That was really good, Matt.
I mean, Hawkeye, I texted him before. I was like, hey, man, can you ask this? I need to impress the TTG live stream. I set that up. I am Hawkeye. I sent that question to myself.
All right. Let's see here.
Yeah, keep the questions flowing, folks. Keep the questions flowing. We're here for you. Don't be shy. Don't be embarrassed. Asking questions is how you learn.
Someone said, apply for Fed chair. Folks,
did anyone notice?
This is my final month of trading. I'm switching over to professional bull riding.
Can everyone just take a moment and look at my new background? That's the icebox right there. That's the greatest football player of all time, is the icebox.
Wow, that's better than my Bobby Boucher.
Yeah, no, Bobby Boucher.
Icebox.
You know, I got you, man.
Well done, Adam. Well done.
You're very welcome. Yo, somebody just said you're the Powell of AMC. I agree 100%.
Powell.
Yeah. Here's a question. How much to join your trading group? Mike, you wanna take that one?
Okay. First, Barry, not a group, a family. Okay. When you're joining us, you're joining the TTG family. And it's not just a chat, it's a platform. Okay. Stick around for a while, and we will explain all of that very, very soon. Barry Claycomb and anybody else that has those questions. Matt and I are going to take a couple more questions from people, and then I will explain to you very, very soon how you can join the TTG fam.
Very well said. The thumbnail for tomorrow is now going to be you and you as Dom Toretto with that whole family thing. All right, this is from Zeus. If the worst case scenario of the rate hike schedule has been put out there, would the balance sheet runoff be a bigger catalyst to move markets? And Zeus comes with a fire.
I gotta tell you guys, Zeus is a TTG member,
lifetime member.
Yeah, Zeus is a TTG lifetime member, and I have been watching Zeus from afar. His participation in chat, his analysis, his trades in chat, his analysis that he shares on Twitter, and Zeus, I just gotta tell you, brother, I'm proud of you, man. I see the progress and the success that you're having, and I love it. And I love that you're, taking your trading to the next level. And you can tell through the question that Zeus just asked, you can tell that you are no longer dealing with or speaking to a newbie. Okay, you're dealing with now an experienced trader that is able to analyze global macro catalysts and determine how that's going to affect the markets in a bullish or bearish way, and that will help you identify good trade ideas and opportunities in the market. Excellent question, Zeus. And what I will say to this is I think you're absolutely 100% correct, which is where if you get over the next couple of weeks so much rhetoric about 50 basis points in March, 50 basis points in March, 50 basis points in March. If you get that, the market will start to price that in. A lot of people say it's priced in already. I don't believe so. I think the markets need to go lower in order for that to be priced in. But if that truly is priced in, you have no risk of a surprise on March 16th. That's what Jerome Powell wants. Jerome Powell does not want a single market participant to be surprised on March 16th. So if he does come out with 50 basis points, not a surprise. Everybody already expected it. If he does come out with only 25 basis points, well, that's going to be an upside surprise where the markets would actually move higher because it's less hawkish than what people were expecting. And then the next catalyst becomes the balance sheet runoff. And you're 100% correct. Because if the Federal Reserve decides that they're going to aggressively do quantitative tightening means they are shrinking the size of their balance sheet. There's two different ways the Fed can shrink the size of their balance sheet. One is more conservative, which is allowing maturing securities to just fall off the balance sheet and not reinvest in the maturing security and let it just fall off your balance sheet. The more aggressive way is to actively sell securities off into the market. That's a lot more aggressive and a lot more hawkish. All right. So that now would become the biggest catalyst that the markets would worry about, because now the markets don't like uncertainty. That's what the markets don't like. That's why trying to kind of give the tell of what's going to happen on March 16th is so important regarding the rate hike, but the Fed can't give you that tell regarding the balance sheet. That's why the Fed minutes on this Wednesday coming up are going to be important, because you're going to get the minutes from the last meeting. And then any rhetoric going forward about balance sheet runoff will then start to have a greater impact than the rate decision itself. So this is why I'm saying, like, you guys, this next month, okay, this next month could literally be the single most important month of rhetoric and actual commentary from the Fed, and then actual Fed decisions, the single most important session that we've had since 2008. That's how important this next month is. And that's why I think it's so important for you guys to get your butts in chat and not to try to go about this environment on your own. Be in chat with myself, the 8 other professional traders, the rest of the THD fam, and let's walk through this entire crazy time period between Russia, the Fed, raising rates, inflation, balance sheet runoff. Let's go through all that stuff together so you guys can capitalize on the opportunities that you're getting thrown at.
Excellent. Somebody just asked, I just want to settle this real quick. Where is he? All right. All right, so Ken Gaffney says, the key question for today, bone in or boneless wings? Hold on 1 second, please. Just give me a second. A boneless chicken wing is a chicken nugget. Okay? Sir, I'm an adult. I'm gonna have
eat these dino nuggets.
I'm not eating dino nuggets right now. I'm not to say that at 2:00 in the morning when there's no groceries that have been, to the house yet, that I won't eat some dino nuggets. But for the Super Bowl, we're going bone in with blue cheese, right?
All day long, baby. All day. Bone in, as hot as you can make them. I
am not eating dino chicken nuggets with blue cheese. Because It's not even a chicken. I mean, it's a chicken nugget, but it doesn't even have the breading on it. It's just whack.
I love when you're saying chicken nugget.
Because that's what it is.
You're even just.
That's what it is.
After I won the bull riding competition, I came home and I made chicken nuggets. And then I got up this morning and I realized that they were still on the counter. So they're all bad. I left them out for hours. That happened to me. It's been a rough day, but I still managed to run, folks. I want everyone to know I did some form of workout this morning after that whole debacle.
I'll tell you what I don't stand for, though. This is like, I'll never call your place of business ever again, is when I order wings and they come dry with the sauce on the side. Who are you?
Oh, that's crazy.
What are you thinking?
It's like Hannibal Lecter. Like, who else?
There's
would
no
do
time
that?
for this. I have no
You
time
probably
for these.
kill small animals if you do that. There's probably a correlation to that. We have an indicator for that.
All right, so we've decided bone is the answer, and if it's boneless, you're just wrong, I suppose.
Brett Pilaf, it's part of the Pilaf rice family, says, Surge, yes. Do you put ketchup eyes on Dino Nuggies? Yeah, when I eat them.
Yeah, you definitely put ketchup on the Dino Nuggets.
If you don't, you're psycho.
Yeah.
All right. Any trading questions?
Yeah, guys, anybody have like a trading related question?
Hors d'oeuvres based.
We're here to level the playing field for the average retail cook. Okay. Let's see, what do we got here? All right, Chris Maragos at Mike. If Russia does decide to invade, I don't think he meant in the U.S. I think
he says he means if the U.S.
right.
does
If
take
the
action.
U.S. does take action, being that Russia supplies so much gasoline and energy supplies, do you see the energy sector going parabolic afterwards?
I don't see the energy sector going parabolic, but I do still see it continuing higher. But I see the energy sector continuing higher with or without Russia invading Ukraine. On January 2nd, for those of you that did not know, January 2nd, I published a free report, a free 18-page report for my TGG members, trial members and full members alike, for my stock market outlook for 2022. And I labeled for you my number one sector pick for 2022. I chose the energy sector, and I gave people a handful of stocks that I had moved some capital into. These are stocks that I've had positions in, but I moved more money out of tech and I moved some of that money into the energy sector. I publicly told everybody the end of last year that I was selling 50% of my long-term portfolio. And I took some of that cash that I realized I'm still sitting on a lot of that cash because I want to add back to a lot of my tech names when the opportunity presents itself. I will let everybody know when that time comes, and I do begin buying back some of my tech stocks. But at the end of last year, I sold 50% of my holdings. Now moving into this year, I moved that money into the energy sector mostly, and in the names of Chevron, ExxonMobil, Devon Energy, Pioneer, and ConocoPhillips. Now, all of these stocks have absolutely ripped face since January 2nd, which is when I published that report. Okay. So now, and this is well before there was anything about Russia invading Ukraine, right? So look, I was bullish on the energy sector well before Putin was thinking about invading Ukraine. This is just another catalyst that could fuel this trade even further. I said in my report on January 2nd that I believed that, or rather I said my exact words were that oil is going over 90 and I would not be surprised if it cracks 100. Those were my exact words. I would not be surprised if it cracks 100. Well, we're trading the low 90s now on oil, and things are starting to get heated here with Putin. And the thing is, folks, that we haven't even seen the post-COVID demand spike for oil yet, because once you get into like the warmer months and all of COVID mandates are gone and there's no more restrictions with travel, there's no more quarantine, there's no more none of that stuff, everybody's going to get out and travel, and that demand for oil is going to skyrocket. And if there's not enough supply there to meet that demand, the price of oil is going to continue to go higher. And then now if you have disruptions and issues here with Russia, and the U.S. puts a bunch of sanctions on Russia, they can cut them out of out of the SWIFT system. That's going to be a major problem if the U.S. cuts Russia out of the SWIFT system, because the whole world still does operate on the U.S. dollar. And if Russia gets cut out of that, that's going to be a problem for Russia. But you're going to have this issue here that you need to pay attention to, because it could just be another catalyst that I think could pull forward some of that upside in oil. And it's something that I'm watching closely. But with or without it, folks, I'm still bullish on the energy sector. So far, the energy sector, the number one top performing sector of 2022, and it still remains my number one pick for the year.
I have a little bit to go off of that. I actually am even, I would say, more bullish. I wouldn't say guaranteed, but like I don't really see a world in which oil doesn't hit $100 a barrel. I'm actually looking at 120, 125 at some point this year on it. And particularly with Russia and Europe, I covered this on like one of my streams last week. About 33% of all natural gas in Europe comes from Russia, and 25% of their crude oil comes from Russia. What's interesting here is actually Germany's the one that's like really on tilt because 50% of their natural gas comes right from Russia. And it's like the situation's like very quickly devolving because already in Britain, the, I guess, government there has told their citizens by April, they're most likely expecting a 54% increase in their energy bills. 54 by April.
And let me actually add to this because Matt, if you're right, with like $120 barrel oil, we have never, ever had oil that high without a recession.
Yeah, it's getting interesting of what's going on, and it's going
to be impossible to bring inflation down with oil over 100.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like so many of their typical tools that they use is like they already used them up because of the pandemic, and then you have like a credit crunch on a monetary standpoint, and that can lead to deflation, and then you have counterparty risks. It's weird because when everything's easy, like it was from March of 2021 until now, and everything went up, everyone was easily making a smaller amount of money. We're now getting into a scenario where it's more difficult. But with more difficulty, you can actually make more money because there's more volatility. So this is going to be one of those things where people who are educated, paying attention, sticking to their trading plan are going to make way more than they have in the past couple of years. But people who are just kind of like you were saying very early on, just gambling and more of like this hope type of strategy, if they're not paying attention to their downside risks, they could be blowing up their account.
Yeah, good point. How much is lifetime membership? Sean, unfortunately, Sean, so here's the deal, guys. The lifetime membership for True Trading Group is being phased out. Okay, on Tuesday, we will open up some more spots. They are all first come, first serve, but you must be an annual member, Sean. Okay, but then the lifetime membership is being phased out. We do not open the lifetime because the spots are very limited and we are phasing the membership out. So we only have a certain amount of spots left that Adam and I are comfortable from a business standpoint of offering the lifetime membership. And then once we reach that number, it's going to be phased out and we're going to be done. And because they're so limited, we reserve those spots for annual TGD members first. So you can't go to our website and buy a lifetime membership. It's not on the checkout page. You cannot do it. It is just for our annual members. But like I said, Tuesday, we are going to open up a couple more spots. So any of my current TGD members, if you guys are interested, Adam and I will do a workshop on Tuesday, and we're going to open up a couple of spots for lifetime.
Ooh, I just saw a good question. Hang on. Here, Matt, this one's for you.
I'm on the fence. Should I, in your opinion, honestly support is TTG worth the money? So through my own, I guess, little journey here, I have not, for kind of obvious reasons, I have not myself paid for a TTG membership. So I don't know if I could say, but let me like maybe answer this in a different way. That
knowing what you know, though.
Yeah. So what? I think of this as when I started trading. It was self-led, and then through whatever Instagram or you find these groups of people trying to like hawk whatever their trading course is and like these education platforms. And I probably spent a few $1,000s on all of those. And I had this distinct memory in 2016, 2017. I would read some of these reviews on them. And then like a year later, they would follow up. And at first they were like super, super excited, and they would follow up later. And they're like, no, like I actually like don't like it anymore. And what it was the marketing and everything was like extreme, like hope and excitement. Be like, hey, like your financial life sucks. We're here to make it better. You're going to be in a Lambo by next month. That gets everyone jacked up. It's an emotional appeal. So I don't think that's necessary at all. And in fact, I think it like detracts, because I think you should think of this as purely a business decision. Here are a couple of facts. You can try a free week trial for $3. $3. 1, 2, 3. In fact, if you want it, but you don't have those extra $3, DM me. I will give you the money for it. $3, you get the week, and beyond it, you're in here. You get some intro courses, you get Benzinga news sentiment. You're going to hear Mike talking in the chat room throughout the day. It's $3, less than $1 a day. You're talking cents a day.
The chat room,
you're in there for that.
We're all going to be watching and hanging out for the Super Bowl too, right after this. So
when you're in there, talk to the members. Just DM them, message them, be like, how much is the course, like in terms of what was your, I guess, the money they put in and how much have they made? Think of it purely as a business decision. Did you make more money because you are in this group? I would think of it like that. Yes. Are there awesome people? Is it that family community that makes it even better? 100%. But at its most core level, is this net beneficial to you to be in the group? And to get that answer, obviously, I'm going to be excited about it. So is Mike. So is Adam. Talk to a random person. Pick a couple random usernames, DM them, ask them what's going on. That's the most honest and, like, I guess, truthful way you could do it. And just say, are you net positive? And I guess time back to my own experience, my issues, when I started to figure that out, the answer was no. And that's why at first I like had a real big issue in 2016, 2017.
There you go, folks.
How old our question?
How?
Is it not weird that every time my kids come in, it looks like the background image is coming to life? Anyways, so guys, if you'd like, watch the Super Bowl with us today and trade with us tomorrow. Go to ttg3.com, sign up for just $3. Oh, good stuff. Good stuff.
Great.
All right, let's see what else we got. Hang on. All right, see if we take one more question here. You know what? Let's end it on this. You ready, Mike and Matt?
Mm-hmm.
Near daily reminders of risk management in chat is the biggest help and most important lesson. Why don't you guys each, I know you could talk on this for hours, but just to kind of wrap up this part of the stream, go ahead and kind of touch on risk management, especially with this market and going into this week.
Yeah, I'll hit it first. Guys, listen. Risk management is, in my opinion, the most important part of the physical aspect of trading. It's more important than understanding support and resistance levels and Fibonacci levels and VWAPs and trade lines and moving averages and Bollinger Bands. Because without risk management, you could be a 60, 70% win rate trader, which is very good, and still consistently lose money. Without good risk management, you will never become successful, ever. And I realized that the hard way earlier in my career. Early in my career, when I was working at the hedge fund, my performance was not nearly what it should have been and was not nearly reflecting the quality of trader that I was. I never had a problem with big wins, but I also had very big losses. I would refuse to admit when I was wrong. I would average down endlessly. I would take too much position size. I would always swing for the fences. And I never really got anywhere. It wasn't until my boss at the time, my mentor, the senior portfolio manager at the fund, who also was one of the partners at the fund, it wasn't until, he had said to me this one quote and this one line, and you need to remember this line because it made all the difference in my trading and it got me to where I am here now today. Great traders are more concerned with how much they're going to lose if they're wrong. Struggling traders are more concerned with how much they're going to make if they're right. And you need to make sure that you make more money when you're right than you lose when you're wrong. You can't have 4 or 5 winning trades and lose all that profit in 1 or 2 losses. But that's what most inexperienced traders do because they do not understand proper risk management. And with that case, you will never be consistently profitable. And that's why every single day we drill into your skull solid, profound, and professional risk management.
I like that. To kind of say, I guess, the same emphasis there, but a different way, where we are in February, there's a lot of you right now who most likely just got your like 1099 from the previous trading year from your brokerage. Do me a favor, when you're free, maybe before the Super Bowl kicks off, look at that. I hope you're positive, but I'm sure some of you in here were negative. And look at the gross gain and also the gross losses. It's not really, especially if you're an active trader, let's say you roughly have a $10, $20, $25,000 account. It's not that crazy to have a gross gain of, let's say, $1 million on a 20K account when you're actively trading, and your gross loss, well, maybe if you're net negative, it might be $1,005,000. So it's actually a net loss of $5,000 on the year. Think about it this way. Really, this is like hammering home what Mike said, but imagine if you just cut those losses in half. Like, there are so many people focused on that big winner, not realizing that this is a marathon situation. The winners are always going to be there. I'm telling you, look at your 1099. Just imagine if you cut out 10% of your losses. Just that little dial right there. Just like if you just cut, I guess, like the ripcord a little early on 10, 20%, you might be up a couple extra $100,000 just mathematically breaking it down. I know a lot of like people, you might be like very close neck and neck. It's just that small percentage switch of getting some of those losses. Like that should be like a key focus there. It's a marathon. The longer you're in it, the more money you have. You realize the game of trading is capital preservation. Like that's actually the name of the game, not necessarily trying to like home run something every single day. It's just not really. I don't know any successful long-term traders who have pulled it off that way. Maybe someone has. I'm just not really in tune with them.
Yep. Consistency is king. And, you know, for those of you that follow baseball or will know my baseball analogy, you guys don't swing for the fences. Focus on singles and doubles because the home runs will come. All right. So there you have it, folks. Matt, thanks a lot, man, for taking some time. I know you were, you know, a little banged up, a little hungover from your experience last night and your newfound career. Yeah, I wish you luck in your bull riding career.
I appreciate that.
I look forward to. Listen, man, we're going to do this again real soon. Obviously, we got a big week coming up, lots of catalysts. We're going to be, Matt and I will be all over it, guys. We'll be doing lives again, you know, over the next couple of weeks as all these catalysts kind of come to head here.
Yep. And guys, also, if you're interested in crypto, Matt has a new crypto channel that you all should check out. It's Crypto Kohrs. Is that right, Matt?
Yes. Oh, actually, just everyone paying attention. I know we're getting really close to the game, but in less than an hour at 4 p.m. Eastern, so in about 50 minutes, I'm going to have a very quick 20 to 30-minute stream of just what's going on with crypto. And really, I'm going to be focusing on like all the crazy crypto stuff that's going to be going down with the Super Bowl. There's a lot of crypto ads, all that. So quick stream going live in, I don't know, if you could just post that, like the Crypto Kohrs URL that you bought, but that'll be in about 50 minutes.
Awesome. Yeah, guys, definitely check that out. We'll be done here on this stream before that. And then you guys can go head on over at 4:00 Eastern time and catch Max and Matt's live about crypto. That'll be good. And then you guys can enjoy the game.
Awesome.
Matt, thanks a lot, man.
I appreciate it.
Thanks a lot for spending some time with me on here. It's a pleasure as always. Good luck this week. We'll talk again real soon.
All right. Sounds good. Shout out to the TTG fam. Guys, we're going to crush it this week. Stick to your risk. But yeah, we'll be talking. We'll be in the chat room and everything. A volatile week, money-making opportunities. I'm definitely very, very excited. But happy Sunday, everyone. We'll be talking soon.
Awesome, man.
I like that.
All right, folks. Well, gang, listen up here real quick, guys.
Why do you ignore me when I talk to you?
What?
Why do you ignore me when I talk to you?
I'm not ignoring you, buddy.
You are.
I'm not. What? Come on. What did you say?
I'm okay.
I didn't hear you.
I don't care. We're good.
What did you say?
Go ahead, Mike. Go ahead.
Oh, see, guys.
Let them know why they should stay here now that Matt's gone. Let them know why they should stay here.
You guys all need to stick around here, guys. Stay tuned because in about 15 minutes, I'm going to be covering with you the overall market outlook, what I think the markets are going to do this week, the important catalysts that we have, If this, then that, couple situations, depending on those catalysts, I'll tell you guys the position that I'm in right now and how I plan on making money for the rest of the week. But first, I am going to tell you how you can join the Teachy platform. We're going to do a quick 15-minute sales intermission. And then, like I said, don't go anywhere, because then I'm going to talk about the overall outlook for the week and how I plan on making money for the rest of the week. First, I'd like to know how many people, okay? Actually, let's go, you know what? Now that I've said bye to Matt, let's actually go ahead real quick, guys. And let's actually start that sales intermission for about 15 minutes. We're going to go over this. And then, like I said, after the intermission, I will talk to you guys about the weekly outlook. All right, folks. Let me see who we have with us on this live stream right now that is not a member, or this is your first live stream. Go ahead right now. Type the number 1 in chat if this is your first live stream or you are not a member of the TTG fam. Barry Claycomb, what's up, man? Thanks for that question earlier. Xavier Flores, how are you? Disco Lemonade, Ernesto Balbalosa, Josh, Carson Walden. All right, guys, are beautiful. Lots of number 1s that are coming through chat here right now. I like it. Lots of new faces that are joining us here today. Ulysses, Sean, CDL. Beautiful. All of you that are typing the number 1 in chat right now, guys, welcome. You guys may not realize how fortunate you are to be here right now, but you're soon going to find out in just a few minutes when we're done with the sales intermission. I will be talking to you about the overall markets. I'll be telling you how I plan on making money this week. But everyone that's typing the number 1 in chat right now, what's going to happen now is you're going to invest in yourself, and I'm going to explain to you why. And right now, the people that are not members, you're going to listen to this quick little sales pitch intermission, because it's not really a sales pitch. It is a real opportunity, and you deserve to hear it out. You owe it to yourself. Results matter at True Trading Group. Your results, your P&L, and your success. A result can be defined as an effective consequence or an outcome of something. For example, a result of you joining True Trading Group, actually putting in an effort, taking the courses, passing the exams, joining the study groups, attending the webinars, you statistical fact have a very good chance of making money and, more importantly, becoming a better trader. And if you guys don't take my word for it, listen to members themselves. Guys, now I'm talking to my members, TTG members. Very simple. I'd like for you to type the number 1 in chat right now. If True Trading Group is helping you make money, if True Trading Group is helping you become a better trader, I want you to type the number 1 in chat right now. Anyone that's not a member, do nothing else but count how many number 1s come through on this side of the screen. These number 1s are what results look like. These number 1s are TTG members that are telling you they're making money, becoming better traders because of the TTG platform. There was no difference between these people and you. They all found True Trading Group the same way you did, and that's one of these live streams. They all had the same excuses you had. No experience, small account, full-time job, lost a bunch of money in the past. But yet here they are now that they're getting a real education, telling you that they're making money and they're becoming better traders. Another example of a result would be, and I don't make this number up, you can look it up yourself, by you trying to figure the stock market out by yourself, you have over a 90% chance of failing. And now I share that with you because I don't think True Trading Group is the only way to become successful. It's not the only way, but I do think it's one of, if not the best options for people of all skill levels, from all walks of life, to be able to learn, trade, and profit. Okay. A lot of people think that just because they have a full-time job, that they are not able to consistently make money in the markets. And it is the number 1 way to sell yourself short, that mindset. It is completely wrong. It's completely inaccurate. There's different trading styles and strategies that you can implement with a full-time job that we will teach you in True Trading Group. True Trading Group is really designed for that person working a full-time job. And to prove that to you, allow me to ask my members once again. Members, if you work a full-time job and are still making money with True Trading Group, now I'd like for you to type the letter I and tell me what you do for a living. Go ahead. Now, anyone that's not a member, again, read the member comments that come through in chat. Read the professions. See if maybe you see your own. Okay, let's actually go through some of them. Navy, thank you for your service. Computer geek, a lawyer, utility worker, general contractor, architect, full-time mom of 2 little ones and a part-time server, real estate, an engineer, another one with real estate. I work at an oil refinery, Amazon Flex, a supervisor, advertising, business owner, a nurse, network administrator, truck driver, global leader of an international company, sales, toddler wrangler, like that, software support. Beautiful. Salesman. There you guys, one of my biggest trades ever I made while I was actually working. There you guys have it, okay? You guys can keep reading some of those comments. I don't have to read them all, but you guys get the point. Very common misconception that you can't make money while working a full-time job. Wrong. These members are proof, and they're telling you that here right now. We help people reach their goal of becoming consistently profitable by combining the same level of professional education I received when I worked at the fund in New York, and we pair that with tools and resources from some of the top premier financial companies out there, like Benzinga, TradingView, Trade Ideas, Quote Media, Polygon, just a couple. We all have that same goal, folks, and that's to learn, trade, and profit together. Guys, again, stay right where you are. In less than 10 minutes, I'm going to talk to you about the market outlook, how I plan on making money, okay, in the overall markets, and the different catalysts that we have to be paying attention to here for this week. But first, the membership. At True Trading Group, it is our goal to level the playing field for the retail trader and investor, to empower the retail trader, give you access to the same professional education and tools and resources that professional traders use to make better informed decisions, so you can now make better informed decisions. This also includes an effort from us to make sure that the platform remains within reach financially for those who want it. It should not cost you $5,000, $7,000, $10,000 to get access to this information and to get access to these tools and resources. So tonight's price of $1,160 is the cheapest price that you guys are going to be able to get access to a teaching membership for up until midnight Pacific tonight. Up until midnight Pacific, you can get a 47% discount. It brings the price from $22.12 all the way down to $11.60. But that offer is only good until midnight tonight. You've got to go to ttgoffer.com, enter the coupon code TTG121, click apply code. You'll get the 47% discount. You'll also get 2 small private study groups with a professional trader from True Trading Group to go over your questions, your topics, and issues that you are having problems with, so we can speed up that learning curve and get you on the right path to success. And the next 17 people, we had 30 on Friday, we're down to 17. The next 17 people to use that coupon code will also get themselves a brand new free laptop upon becoming TTG certified. I'm dead serious. We're going to send you a free laptop. We even cover the shipping. We ship anywhere in the world. You have to become TTG certified. That's it. That means you've gone through all our courses and you've passed our quizzes. You get a green check mark next to your username in chat. You get a certificate. You can print it out, hang it on your wall, put it on your desk. It's a badge of honor for our members. They wear it proud. You guys can follow me on Twitter. I just shared a bunch of members who actually just got their certification. My Twitter handle is @MikeEdward_TTG. Okay. So like I said, folks, the next 17 people to use that coupon code get a 47% discount, 2 small private study groups, a brand new free laptop, but also our double your money back guarantee. TTG is the home of the double your money back guarantee. I stand behind this program. I told you before, results matter. Your results are measurable. They're quantifiable. We do that through your P&L. I put my money where my mouth is. And that's why I'm willing to double your money back for anyone that joins True Trading Group, goes through all of our courses, passes our quizzes, and attends 1 study group. Do those 3 things. And if you never make back your membership fee, $1,160, if you do not make that membership fee back at least once, at the end of your year membership, not only will I give you that $11.60 back, I'm going to give you double. I will give you back $2,320 if you do not make $11.60 throughout the course of your membership at least once. That is how much I stand behind this program. That is how confident I am in our ability to help you become successful. Nobody else is going to offer you this. Ask yourselves why. I stand up here every night. I talk a big game. I tell you guys, education this, education that, professional training, tools, and resources. I back it up. I put my money where my mouth is. I have no problem offering this to you. We've only had to refund 1.73% of our member base since 2017. This offer is good only until midnight tonight or the next 17 people, whichever comes first. You just have to go to ttgoffer.com and enter the coupon code TTG121. Let me tell you guys what's included in your membership because it is all inclusive. Okay. After midnight tonight, that price jumps. You will no longer be able to get the $11.60 price point and the 47% discount. The price is going to jump at midnight tonight. So you guys jump on that offer now while it's still available. Okay. Listen to me carefully. There's no upsells for courses and tools in True Training Group. Everything I'm about to share with you now is included for $11.60. You're getting between $4,000 and $5,000 worth of tools and resources from top tier financial companies, all included for just the $11.60. You get all of our courses. That's a simplified and expanded upon version of what I learned when I worked at the fund in New York. You're also going to get our trading performance journal, which is going to track all of your trading, give you statistics and data to help you guys figure out what you're doing wrong. Benzinga Pro's real-time news feed. You get live up-to-the-second news alerts right inside of our chat. No more relying on delayed news. Quote Media's full book level 2. TradingView's premium charting software. ETNA's simulator that lets you trade stocks and options with fake money so you can practice implementing what you are learning in the courses. The Trade Ideas Scanner. This is the industry standard scanner. Will make sure you are always focused on the best stocks during the day. Of course, you get access to our chat room with all of our trade alerts, where myself and the other professional traders at TTG share our screen and call out our trades. We're on the microphone. We are sporting a collective 80% win rate between all of us. There's a journal on our website. It tracks every buy and sell the mods make. Go see the wins and losses for yourself. We do live workshops and webinars every week. You can attend these live. We also have dark pool data, unusual options activity with options flow, a social sentiment scanner so you can see what stocks are being talked about most on social media, analyst ratings, insider buying and selling. All of this is included on the TeachD platform for $11.60. Now, to be fair, we do have other things you can pay for that would be more money with your training group. There's a lifetime membership. Like I said, there's a STR Sniper Trading Robot annual add-on, but none of that is needed to be successful. All the tools, all the resources, all the courses are included for just the $11.60. There's no VIP or pro courses that cost more money once you join. You pay $11.60. You're getting between $4,000 to $5,000 of tools. That doesn't even include the courses, the chat room, the webinars, the study groups, and all of those things that I mentioned before. You just have to go to ttgoffer.com, enter the coupon code TTG121. You get the 47% discount. Don't forget, the price goes up at midnight. By February 28th, our price will be back to $2,212. Between now and February 28th, the price of our membership is going to go up every day. After midnight tonight, the $11.60, 47% off, gone. Price goes up. And will continue to go up every day until we get to $2,212. So use that coupon code TTG121 now. Get the 47% discount, the 2 small private study groups, the brand new free laptop, and the double your money back guarantee. Everything I'm telling you is on the website. You know you're getting exactly everything that I'm saying to you here. Take advantage of this offer now. We had 30 laptops on Friday. We are down to 17. If you're still not ready to join, we do also have a 1-week trial. The trial will cost you $3 just to make sure you're a real person. You've all spent $3 on something way dumber in your lives. You've probably bought a bag of chips before for $3. They probably charge you $3 for an extra side of blue cheese for your buffalo wings later this evening. Go to ttgthree.com to join our 1-week trial. Get your butts in chat with us tomorrow. Trade with us through all of these fundamental catalysts. Inflation, the Fed, Russia, all of this that's happening. Don't go about it alone. ttgthree.com. Get your butts in chat. Okay? That's how you guys can join the trial. It's a one-time payment of $3. There's no automatic payment, repayment. There's no reoccurring payment. There's no automatic upgrade, nothing like that. It's a one-time payment of just $3. So that's ttgthree.com to join our trial. Otherwise, you guys want the 47% discount, the free laptop, the 2 private study groups, and the double your money back guarantee. You go right now to ttgoffer.com and enter that coupon code TTG121. Remember, folks, the price goes up at midnight tonight. Take advantage of it now before you guys get busy with the Super Bowl. Lock this in, get educated, invest in yourself, and let's trade this volatile market together. All right? So there we have it, folks. That wraps up our little quick sales intermission part of this live stream. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead. We're going to talk about the overall markets, how I plan on making money this week. Let's go ahead and begin the main topics of this live. All right, folks. We've got to get down to business. We've got to talk about the overall markets. We had a hell of a sell-off on Friday. What does it mean now going forward? All right. On Friday, look at this big red candle breaks us underneath the 200-day moving average. This 200-day moving average used to be a key level of resistance, right? You guys can see here, this was a level of resistance. All right. This was a level of resistance. We were unable to break back above this yellow line. This yellow line is the 200-day moving average. For an entire week, we stayed underneath it as resistance. Then we broke above it. And then for an entire week, we stayed above it as support, right? Here you guys can see we stayed above it, acting as an area of support. Just signed up with Adam in mid-January. Finished cert on February 2nd. I'm already almost ineligible for a refund on a small account. Thanks, guys. That's awesome. Already almost made back the membership fee with a small account. That is awesome. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Folks, if you have any questions about the membership or you're having a hard time signing up, send a text message. Do not call. Send a text message to 201-775-9702. That phone number is at the bottom of your screen. If you have a question about the membership or you're unsure or you're having a hard time signing up, send a text message to that number at the bottom of your screen now. Okay? Way to go, P Daddy. Congrats. All right. So there we have it, folks. So that 200-day moving average used to be resistance. Now it's support. Now we broke above it. Excuse me. Now we broke beneath it. And what I want you all to notice is notice the decreasing volume while the market was moving higher. And then now notice the increasing volume as the markets have now sold back off underneath the 200-day moving average, right? That's what I really want you guys to look at right now, right? Previous resistance, we then moved higher, but volume was decreasing. Now that we've moved lower, volume now increasing again. We found resistance at a very, very key level. Now, let me make this a little bit bigger for you, okay? What you'll notice is that in early January, we found support after our first pullback right around this 457, 458 area. All right. Then what you'll notice is we found resistance at that level 3 different days. So previous support, resistance, 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 and then here comes your sell-off. On Wednesday, if you guys missed my live stream, on Wednesday, okay, I welcome and encourage you all to go back and rewatch the live stream from Wednesday. I told you on Wednesday that I was buying put options. The February 25th expiration, $450 strike put option at $4.12. I told you on Wednesday that this was going to be anywhere from a 150 to 250% gain. Well, folks, on Friday, we took profits off at $12.74. That is good for a 209% gain. And guess what? I'm still in a piece of this position. I am looking for the SPY to get down into the low 430s. I'm looking for us to get down to the low 430s. Don't take my word for it, folks. Go watch my live stream from Wednesday. Welcome Denise, Festus, and Darren. Denise, Festus, and Darren, welcome to the TTG family, everybody. There are now only 14 of those laptops left. We had 30 on Friday. There's 14 left. You guys just have to go to ttgoffer.com, enter the coupon code TTG121. You'll get the 47% discount. Remember, the price goes up at midnight. You'll get the 2 small private study groups with a pro from TTG. You're going to get the brand new free laptop and the double your money back guarantee. Where is your risk? I'm telling you now, as long as you go through the courses, pass the quizzes, and attend one study group, if you do not make your membership fee of $11.60, if you do not make that back at least once, I will give you double $2,320 back. That, my friends, is how confident I am in our ability to help you succeed. That's what matters. Results matter. Your results, not mine, not anybody else's, yours. Your results, your P&L.
Also, just to let everyone know, if you're a TTG member, the chat room is open. If you're a trial member, the chat room is open right now. We're talking markets, getting ready for tomorrow, and we're all going to hang out and watch Super Bowl together. So if you're new and you just signed up, or if you're a trial member and you just signed up and you want to hang out with us for a bit, get to know us a bit better, come into the room. Let's do this.
Yeah, folks, there you have it. Little Super Bowl party in chat. Little Super Bowl party in chat. All right. And again, guys, if you have questions about the membership, 201-775-9702. All right. So let's get back to the markets. All right, let me delete all this. Now, you see bigger picture, right? You see bigger picture. What I'm looking for is for the markets to get down into this region. Okay, I'm looking for us to get down into this area right here. That's where I think we're going. Okay, right here is where I think we're going. Not necessarily tomorrow, but this week. This is where I think we're heading. And that is where I will be looking to take my final profits off the table on these put options. Again, they're the February 25th expiration. $450 strike put. I'm in at $4.12. We've taken profit off several times. On Friday, $12.74 profit. I will look to reload this position. What am I looking for now going forward? Let me draw a line straight across this previous level of resistance that then became support. Now I'm looking once again to see if it becomes resistance, because what you'll notice, okay, is that this area used to be a level of resistance, right? You guys can see this used to be resistance. Then it became a level of support. Now that we have broken back beneath this level with increasing volume, I will now look for this level to act as resistance once again. If we get a bounce back day tomorrow, if the SPY does this tomorrow, okay, let me draw it out for you. If the SPY does this, okay, that could be my opportunity to reload back to a full-size position for put options and see if we can then trade lower. This is the action that I'm going to be looking for from the SPY. And the reason why I'm looking for this, folks, is because I will look for this 200-day moving average to now become resistance, right? It was resistance right here in January. Look at this. For an entire week, it was resistance. We broke above it. Then it became support for an entire week. Now that we're beneath it, I'm looking for it to become now resistance again, and then see if we can trade down into my final profit target, which is going to be in the low 430s. The low 430s. That's going to put us at like a 400% gain on these put options if I get my final take profit off the table. But folks, already locked in 209%. And I will look to add back to full size. I will be in chat with my team and with my members, calling this out live to you. When the time comes that I look to reload this position to get myself back into full size, I will let all of you know on the microphone before I do it. I will tell you what price I'm doing it at, when I'm doing it at. You will all be able to follow me on this trade as you are able to follow me on every single other trade. Because for those that don't know, I am in chat. So are the other moderators. There's 8 other professional traders, not just me. We're all in chat. We're all talking on the microphone like I'm talking to you now. Guys, my members, true or false, do I or do I not, on the microphone, call out all of my trades in advance of making them? True or false? I'll let you guys sound off in chat for me right now. Do I or do I not come on the microphone and tell you what I'm going to do before I actually do it? You guys can just type true or false in chat right now. If you're not a member, this is very important because this is really how people that work full-time jobs are really, really, really able to follow along with everything that we're doing in chat because we tell you what we're going to do before we do it. You also have a mobile app that allows you to see the screen share because the mods and I, we share our screen with you during the day. We share our screen with you. We're live on the microphone and you can be connected to chat through our mobile app, even if you're not in front of your computer, but you'll also get real-time push notifications whenever one of the moderators enters or exits a trade. Okay? So very, very important that you guys all understand that. All right? So like I said, get your butts in chat, guys. TTG121 coupon code or do the trial, TTGTHREE.com. We got a lot happening. Tomorrow, 11:30, there's a Fed meeting, a closed board meeting under expedited procedures. We have to see what comes of that. I don't know what's going to happen with that. It could be anything. The Fed could do anything at this meeting, and the markets will react to it if they do. The markets are not ready for the Fed to do anything tomorrow. But if the Fed announces tomorrow something new with the rate hikes, something new with the balance sheet runoff, the markets will react in a negative way if they do something tomorrow. You have to make sure you're with us in chat so that we can capitalize on that price action if that does happen. Then we have PPI data coming out as well. That's producer price index. That is a piece of inflation data that will tell you the producers, the people that make stuff, the people that make this bottle, how much has the price of their materials increased. That's going to be some inflation data. We have that this week. Then on Wednesday, we have the Fed minutes. These are the notes from the previous Fed meeting that occurred in January. That could potentially move markets. And while all this is happening, we've got Russia ready to invade Ukraine. You've got to get your butts in chat this week, folks. This is going to be a huge week of volatility. Expect big time moves in the market. I'm going to be all over it. My fam's going to be all over it. The question is, where are you going to be when these moves take place? And are you going to be profiting from them? That answer can easily be yes if you go to ttgoffer.com and enter the coupon code TTG121 right here, right now. Guys, remember that price goes up at midnight. There's only 14 laptops left. Take advantage of this deal while it still lasts. Let me now go and show you the actual platform. I want to show you the tools, the resources, everything that you get included with your membership because it is an all-inclusive membership. When you guys join True Trading Group, you're getting immediate access to over $4,000 worth of premium trading tools from some of the top financial companies on Wall Street. Okay, guys, tonight's code word is 2 code words for tonight. Tonight's code word, these are 2 code words. This is for members only. If you're not a member of True Trading Group, don't worry about this. We do a lot of fun cash giveaways with members. This is part of one of those giveaways. So my members, the code words for tonight, monetary policy. Monetary policy. 2 code words, monetary policy. That's for members only. All right. So there we have that. Now let me show you the rest of everything you're getting included. Of course, you're getting our chat room. All right, this is where you can watch where myself, the other moderators, we share our screen. We're live on the microphone. We're calling out trades in advance of making them. You're going to get a minimum of 10 easy to follow, actionable real-time trade alerts per week from a community of traders supporting you out an 80% win rate. We are fully transparent. We keep a trading journal on our website. It tracks every buy and sell that we make. See for yourself how you'd be doing if you followed our alerts. The 2 small private study groups I told you about before. This is your chance to get more individual attention from a pro at True Trading Group to answer questions, go over the lessons and topics that you're struggling with so we can speed up your learning curve. Benzinga Pro's real-time newsfeed, live breaking up to the second news alerts right inside of chat. No more relying on delayed news. You're going to get the news as soon as it crosses the wire at the same speed as professionals so you can react faster and have a much higher chance of making money when news hits. Then you get TradingView's real-time charting software. One of the most commonly used charting softwares by active traders. All of this is yours when you pay $11.60. You do not have to pay $1 extra for any of the things I'm showing you. The trade ideas scanner. That'll make sure you're always focused on the best stocks. That's the industry standard scanner. Our simulator. We have a simulator that lets you trade stocks and options with fake money while you practice implementing what you are learning in the courses. Use the simulator. It's there so you can prove you can make money before you risk your hard-earned cash. We have our own scanner too. This has the same functionality as FinViz Elite for those familiar with that, but you can also scan for crypto. Then we have dark pool data, unusual options activity with options flow. This information used to only be available to professionals. Now it's at the fingertips of TTG members. This is how we empower the retail trader and help you make better informed decisions to greatly increase your chances of success. This is what makes True Trading Group a platform. We are not just a chat room with courses. Even if you did not trade one of the moderators' trade alerts, you are getting $4,000 to $5,000 worth of value in these tools and resources. If you went to these companies on your own and paid for these services, you're paying $4,000 to $5,000 a year. We went to these companies for you. We negotiated deals to have their services on our platform so you can use them. This is how we empower the retail trader. You also have our journal. Our trading journal is going to track all of your trades. It's going to give you stats and data on your trading so we can figure out what you're doing wrong so we know what you need to improve on. This is a game changer when you're trying to improve on your trading. We have a social sentiment scanner that's going to show you on Reddit, StockTwits, and Twitter what stocks are being mentioned the most so you can stay ahead of the crowd. Our stock profile tool will give you unlimited downloadable reports on any stock you're interested in to give you all the analyst ratings. Who has a buy, sell, and hold rating on these stocks? Wouldn't you like to know before you buy it? Of course, you're going to get our watch list and game plan every day. The mods at True Trading Group publish a watch list so you know what stocks we have our eyes on and how we plan on trading them. Then the courses. Folks, this is a simplified yet expanded upon version of what I learned when I worked at the fund in New York. There's beginner and foundation courses, advanced courses, options, swing trading, trader psychology, crypto, how to trade during a market crash. It's all in text and video format. There are no upsells for courses. There's no VIP or pro level courses. You get every single course when you join True Trading Group. On top of the courses, you have a video library that has nearly 300 additional hours of educational video content. These are workshops and webinars that we've conducted, like how to grow a small account, how to trade while working a full-time job, how to resist FOMO. And then, of course, as a full-time member, you can attend all these workshops live. The video library are just the recordings of all these live sessions that we do every week. You can now attend these live as a member. And then, folks, anything new that we add, we are the Netflix of trading communities. Just like on Netflix, when they come out with a new movie, they do not ask you to pay $10 to watch the movie. It's part of your membership. Same thing goes at True Trading Group. When we add a new tool, a new resource, a new course, you do not have to pay for it. It is part of your $11.60 annual membership. Gang, the next 14 people, that's all we've got left. After midnight tonight, this price goes up. This offer stands no more. Go to ttgoffer.com. Enter the coupon code TTG121. You'll get the 47% discount. It brings the price all the way down to $11.60. You are locking yourself in at that price. Next year, when your membership renews, and I'm confident you're going to want to renew because our retention rate amongst our members is in the mid-70s. Our retention rate is nearly 75%. So I'm confident you're going to want to renew that membership next year. Even if our membership next year is $2,500, you will only pay $11.60. The price you pay is the price you pay for life, regardless what our price is next year. You just have to go to ttgoffer.com and enter the code TTG121. 47% discount, free laptop, 2 study groups, double your money back guarantee. Don't forget, as long as you go through our courses, pass our quizzes, attend 1 study group, if you do not make your membership fee back at least once, I will give you $2,320 back. That's how confident I am in our ability to help you succeed. Folks, who is still on this live stream that's not a member? If you are not a member and you're still here, type TTG. Type TTG if you are not a member and you are still on this live stream. Type the letters TTG. I want to see who we still have with us right now on the live that's not a member. Purdue, the Elvises, Duff Beers, Barry Claycomb, all right, folks, those of you that are typing TTG, guys, do yourselves a favor. If you guys are still here and you're still not a member of True Training Group, do yourself a favor and at least sign up for the trial. This is a crazy week. This is a crazy week. You've got the emergency Fed meeting tomorrow, PPI data Tuesday, Fed minutes Wednesday, all while Russia's about to invade Ukraine. Join the trial. It's $3. Go to TTGTHREE.com. Then decide if True Training Group is right for you. The chat room is also open right now. Okay, Adam's going to be hanging out in chat for the Super Bowl. The chat room is open right now. You guys can head on in there. For those of you that are members, and if you're a trial member, you can head on in there as well. But if you guys want to do the trial, it's TTGTHREE.com. It's a one-time payment of $3. No automatic renewal, no recurring payment, none of that stuff. Just one-time payment of $3. Decide if TTG is right for you. Be in chat with us this week. It is a crucial week. So many catalysts going on from a macro scale. Don't try to navigate this stuff on your own. Myself, the 8 other professional traders will be there with you guys, walking you through the entire step of the way. Okay? Otherwise, if you guys are ready to join the team full time and you want to take advantage of this offer before the price goes up at midnight, TTGoffer.com, TTG121 coupon code, free laptop, 2 study groups, double your money back guarantee. That offer is good until midnight tonight. Guys, check us out on Trustpilot. We're 5-star rated. Over 1,400 people have left us a review on Trustpilot. Go read them. Read the 5 stars and read the 1 stars. Then decide if True Training Group is right for you. All right? That's it, folks. I hope this was helpful. We had a really good Q&A session there. I went over a lot of really good kind of information here about what's going on here this week, how I plan on making money. You guys know the position that I'm in. We've already peeled off crazy profit on that trade, 209%. I will look to reload. I'll update all of you guys as this trade unfolds and as we go through all these different catalysts here this week. Okay? That's all, guys. Thanks for joining me. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. We do this 6 nights a week. Smash that like button. Show me some love. Make sure you turn on your notifications so you never miss any of these live streams. Enjoy the game tonight, folks. Enjoy the halftime show. I certainly will. The commercials, all of it. But then tomorrow, get ready to get down to business and let's make some money. I'll see you guys all in chat tomorrow.